Hi, I'm Kate, and this is a quick comparison of the Bloch leather full sole ballet shoes with the Bloch Performa canvas split sole ballet shoes. So I'm just going to explain first of all the difference between the fabric. So your leather shoes have an outer material made from leather, which is very resilient and durable, and it lasts a really long amount of time. However, the canvas shoes, they're in this sort of canvas material, so they're very soft and extremely comfortable to wear, and they have a closer fit, but because they're made of canvas, they don't last quite as long as the leather shoes. The only upside to this is that you can throw them in the washing machine, whereas you can't put your leather shoes in the washing machine, but you can clean the leather with normal leather cleaning products. Then the soles differ because the leather shoes have a full sole, whereas the canvas have a split sole. I would really recommend a full sole for either a child or a beginner adult dancer. And this could be beginner up to an improver level, because the split sole really encourages you to use your feet more and press through the fabric to point your foot. And in turn, this helps to strengthen your arches and your feet in general. The split sole has a very soft material over the arch, so you're not working your foot as much when you point it, as there's less resistance to push through to point your foot compared to the full sole. So because I'm doing rehearsals and shows for hours and hours on end, 6 days a week, I'll opt for the more comfortable pair. However, if you are new to ballet and you're just doing a ballet class once or twice a week, I would encourage you to consider a split sole and a leather shoe. Then in terms of the elastics, the Performa shoe comes with double elastics that are crossed over the top of the foot. And again, this is just to give the arch the appearance of being slightly higher, whereas the leather shoes only come with one elastic that goes over the top. The leather shoes have drawstrings that you can pull and tie to adjust to fit your foot, whereas the canvas shoes don't come with a drawstring, it's just elasticated, so it has like quite a snug fit anyway. Then overall, the inside of the shoes are very comfortable. The leather shoes are slightly harder because they do have this full sole, whereas the split soles have just like a really nice soft material. So I'm going to put them both on and you can see how they look. So this is how they both look on. The foot I'm pointing is the Performa shoe in canvas, and this is the leather shoe. So the Performa shoe has a nice snug elasticated feel around the foot, whereas the leather shoe is harder, and to get that closer fit I would need to pull the drawstring and tighten it. The sole feels a lot harder on the leather shoe, so it is much more suitable for a beginner dancer, whereas the canvas shoe feels lifted and more supported. So those are my thoughts, and I hope you found this comparison helpful.